Hi, hello and welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a declutter and I already did eyeshadows and eyeliners, so that video will be linked down below. But today we are doing the rest of my collection and I am pretty excited. I'm planning as usual to film a makeup inventory in September, and because of that I want to declutter my collection right now in July and put all of those items in a chopping block and see in the next 1.5 months or something around that if I'm missing them or if I really don't need them. I'm gonna declutter some older items as well, so let's start with primers. These are all my primers. I'm not gonna declutter any of them just because primers, I always finish them up. It is pretty easy for me to do that, and I have some. This one is almost done, this one is almost done, this is in the project pen and it is almost done, so I already know that I could use them up. And the Catrice one and the e.l.f. one are similar products. They are mixers, so I'm using them for other purposes. So I could use, for example, the NYX one and the Catrice one in the same day, just this one mixed with foundation and this one as a normal primer. So I will keep all of these. The Essence one is still my favorite one. Next, these are all my foundations, and maybe they seem like a few, but I'm not even wearing foundation that often, and today I almost purchased one and then I was like, you are not even wearing foundation like 5 times per month, so let's relax. From this I'm gonna declutter this MAC one. It's just a sample and I think this foundation is beautiful, but it is just too glowy for me right now, so I'm not gonna use it, and it's getting older. It is the newest foundation from MAC. Then I'm gonna declutter the NYX Blur. This is in the project pen. I will remove it right now from the project pen and swap it out with something else because it's just I need to work around it. It's just looking okay with a very hydrated base, otherwise it's peeling, it doesn't look the best, and it's still looking pretty glowy on me, and it's getting older because I bought this one last year in fall, and because I'm not wearing foundation that often, I would prefer to use the other 3 that I have rather than this one, so I'm gonna declutter that as well. And I'm gonna keep these 3. The Fenty one is pretty nice, the Makeup Forever is looking great, the Essence is just too glowy, but I want to keep it for a bit longer because I bought it this year and I want to just enjoy it a bit more because it looks very beautiful on the skin, but it is a bit too glowy. So yeah, I'm gonna keep these 3. For setting spray, I have only these 2 and this is perfection. This is my favorite one for setting the face, it's just great. And this one for spraying eyeshadows is just perfect, so I'm gonna keep both of these. These are my concealers and I have 4 favorites and 1 fairy here, so I think it is pretty obvious what I'm gonna do. The Natasha Denona one is my absolute favorite one and I would like to repurchase this one after it's done. It is in my project pen, I will use it up, it's just perfect. Then I love the Catrice one, it's just stunning. I have 2 shades as you can see because it is affordable, and I have this one to mix it with foundations just to darken them a bit more. The NYX one, again, this one is my favorite travel concealer because I can use it as a foundation. It's just so beautiful. And I'm decluttering this one. It's nothing special about it. It's not even a good concealer in my opinion. It's just looking heavy and it's just emphasizing my under eye. I just don't like it. And this is the Fenty Wear Even concealer. Oops. This is the Fenty Wear Even concealer. It's just not my favorite, so I will declutter this one. Next we have powders. I have only 3. I'm gonna keep all of them. The Huda Beauty is my absolute favorite one. I did repurchase it. I will repurchase it in the future. The next one the same. It's just my favorite pressed powder. A really good powder from the drugstore. And then I have this one. A fail, is not a good powder in my humble opinion, but I will keep it just because if I am using the Huda Beauty one on the T-zone mostly, I could use a powder like this and just fluff it around to blend the edges or something like that, and I could use it up that way. And because I know that the NYX one will be done in the next couple of months I will keep this one just to use it as fast as I can. It is not a good powder, it's just not setting anything into place, it's just a bit brightening in the slightest bit. These are my bronzers. I am actually very happy with my bronzer collection. I'm not gonna declutter any, but I would like not to purchase any because these are more than enough. I really want to finish the Essence one from the Project Pen, and the rest of them are just really great. This one not my absolute favorite one, but I'm learning how to use it, and if I'm using a fluffier brush, it looks nice. For the summer months, it's just perfect because I bought the shade 2, so it is a bit darker and I'm a bit tanner right now, and it's a bit sun-kissed. It looks nice, so the shade is nice, but the formula is just a bit too pigmented in my opinion. The rest of them I absolutely love. The Revolution one is just so creamy and so nice, similar to the Rare Beauty one. They are in different packagings, but they are magic in different packagings. And the Fenty one is my favorite pressed bronzer. It's just so diffused, so lovely. Next we have blushes, a very hard category, just because I have a pretty good amount of products considering that I have only one face, and I just love them, and brands are releasing right now so many good blushes. I'm excited and very curious to test them out. So I've been buying a bit of blushes this year, and what can I say, I really enjoy most of them. So let's talk about them very fast. I'm gonna declutter 2 or 3 maybe. So this is the newest one in my collection, the Fenty one. It is the shade Fresh Peach from the Hot Chicks collection. It is so stunning. I am in love with this one, and the packaging is so beautiful for the summer and for all year around, but for the summer I will enjoy this one to the fullest. Next I have this one. It is in the Project Pen, and it is a beautiful one, but it is so old and it takes a really long time to finish up a blush. I want to finish it up, but at the same time I'm neglecting my other blushes, and that is not the best because I love others a bit more than this one. It's not my favorite formula or something. Let me think about it. Then I have the Catrice one, the Air Brush in the Glow formula. This one smells a bit weird, but it's beautiful, and I want to have one from the drugstore that it is this affordable, just to recommend, and it is beautiful at the same time. The Iconic London, another find from this year that is just, oh, I see that it has a crack. That's not great. I don't think I would take this one traveling or something. It seems pretty fragile anyway. It's absolutely stunning. I really enjoy this one, so it's not going anywhere. I'm gonna keep the next one just to think about it. Then I will declutter these ones. It is a shame because I didn't use them that much, and I finished one up, and then I was very in love with the formula, and I bought 2 more. And it is a shame because right now I just don't like cream blushes. It is what it is. This is in the Project Pen, but I'm not using, and it's getting older. This one is a bit more matte, it doesn't have shimmer in it, so because of that it's a bit harder to blend. It doesn't look the best, and I always put a shimmery powder blush on top. So yeah, I'm considering maybe keeping the orange one. Maybe I'm gonna do that and declutter this orange. Let's think about that for a second, but I am decluttering this one. It is the shade Rosé Latte. Next I have the Makeup Forever one, another really beautiful blush. It's not my favorite one, it's more like a satiny blush, but it is stunning, absolutely stunning on the cheeks. Then I have the Benefit Shelly. This is going nowhere, it's just so stunning. Maybe I'm gonna put this one in the Project Pen because I love it so much. It's so beautiful. And the Pat McGrath one as well, it is stunning. It's just a very luxurious formula because it is like a satiny blush, but it's not emphasizing texture, but it is glowy. It's just a a perfect combination of glowy and flattering. Next I have this trio from NYX, and I'm actually gonna keep this one. It's just a great idea overall, and I love this highlighter, and the mix of the three is just, this trio is just very well curated because you have two very distinct shades. You can mix them up, you can use only one and just put the highlighter on top. You have the perfect glowy combo, and this palette is so tiny, small, compact. I really love it. And I want to test the new blushes from NYX as well. Then I have the MAC Glowy Blush. This is stunning as well. It is the shade Warm Soul and absolutely beautiful. This formula is still keeping up. It's just so stunning. And then I have these that are actually not my favorites, and obviously you are seeing two cult favorites in here. The Rare Beauty one is don't get me wrong, it is a stunning blush, an absolutely amazing formula, but I am not using it because it is liquid. I will keep it just because it's not that old and it is a full size. And they released just after I purchased this one, I think, like 1 month after or something, they released the minis, and I am so bummed about it because a mini would have been just way better. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Maybe I'm gonna use it more. Maybe I need to put it in the project pan. Maybe that is the thing. Maybe I need to put this one as a liquid and then a powder. I think I'm gonna do that because it's stunning. The color is the shade Hope, so beautiful, but like I said, I'm not using it. And similar to that, I have the Glowgasm from Charlotte Tilbury. I did use this one, and it is that poofy thing. I had the highlighter as well, but that broke. I don't know what happened. The poofy applicator part was not working anymore, so I decluttered it. Actually, I just changed my mind about this one. I will declutter it because I'm not using it, and I would prefer a million times to use the Rare Beauty one as a liquid cream product. So I will declutter this one, and I don't even love the shade of this one. It's just a bit too bright and too metallic for my taste. So I always I don't love my blush when I'm using this one. So let's declutter it because I have a good amount of blushes, and even though this is like I said, a cult favorite, it's just not for me. This from Essence, the Got a Crush on Apricots, I didn't even include in a speed review, so I will do that. But I am gonna declutter it after that because it's just, this is a joke. This is the blush. Do you see it? I can barely see something powdery on my finger. It's just so light. It's not showing up on my skin. And I have pretty light skin, so this is a joke. It's not a blush. It's just a peachy powder product. Maybe I should try this one on the under eyes. I'm gonna do that one time and see how it looks, because maybe it could be a peach setting powder. Maybe it could be that. But a blush? No way. I'm just having a hard time right now because this is a beautiful blush, but again, I'm not using it at all. And I have an orange in the NYX trio in here, and orange is not my favorite shade of blush. I think I'm gonna declutter both of these. Next we have highlighters, and this is the easiest category of all. I'm not gonna declutter any of these because I love all of these. They are great formulas, and I just don't need any highlighter, but at the same time I don't need to declutter any of these. Okay, we are starting with the lip categories, and in here it's gonna be a struggle because I have way too many lip products for one pair of lips. So these are all my lip liners. For this one it will be very easy. I'm not gonna declutter any. I just love lip liners. I enjoy them, and most of these are great, incredible formulas. So I'm gonna keep all of them. These are all my lipsticks, and they are not that many. I have more glossies, but I have in here more than enough, and I would like to declutter maybe 2 or 3 from here as well. And as well, I want to mention that I think I have some glosses in some purses. We're not gonna bother about those because I know that I'm not gonna declutter them. For glosses, I don't even know if I'm gonna declutter any. We will see at that point, but let's talk about lipsticks. First of all, I'm sorry, but I will declutter this. It's just I am seeing it almost daily and I'm thinking that you are not using that product, and then I'm thinking as well that I don't want to use that product. I just have bad emotions about this brand. I love Ariana Grande, but this brand is just disappointing, really. This lipstick is just the most basic lipstick in the world. I will declutter it, and I think I'm gonna do the same with the ABH lipstick and just give it to a friend. It is a stunning shade, but in my opinion it's too drying. I just like a glossy lip right now, and maybe I should keep it, just maybe my taste will change. I think I prefer the Huda Beauty formula. It's just a bit thinner and it's still a liquid lipstick and it is still matte, but it's just a bit more flattering in my opinion. So I will declutter this one, and at the same time I will declutter this one. I prefer actually the Revlon one. It's just a bit more moussey than the ABH one, but this is pretty old and I'm not using this purpley shade too often, and like I said, it's getting pretty old, so I will declutter it, but I do recommend this formula. It is nice. I'm gonna keep these two. They are matte liquid lipsticks, both of them, but this one is a bit more warm and this one is a bit more pinky, so I'm gonna keep them just to have variety, but they are both not my absolute favorite one, or better to say, they are not my most used ones, because the formula is just so great. I do enjoy the formulas, but like I said, I prefer a glossy lip right now. Then the rest of the bullet lipsticks I'm gonna keep. They are just stunning. I have the Pillow Talk, the Nabla one in a red shade that is absolutely stunning. I really love this one. The Viv one that is stunning, the MAC one that is the Luster Glass formula. I absolutely love this one. I need to use it more. And then the Revlon as well, so I'm gonna keep all of these. I have this Maybelline one that is matte, but it is a bit more creamier because it is in a stick form, so I'm keeping this one as well. The Smooth Whip formula from NYX is, in my opinion, a better formula than the ABH one. It's just an improvement. It is creamier. I'm gonna keep both of these. They are just great. I really love this shade, the brown. It's just stunning, and like I said, the formula is very comfortable, so I will keep these. The House Labs as well is just, if you want a matte lipstick or something like that, just buy this one. It is like a crayon, so it is like a lip liner and a lipstick in one, and it's so comfortable, so beautiful, and like I said, a bit on the more matte side, so it is just one of the best lip products out there. And lastly, I have these two, and oh boy, what was in my mind when I purchased this one? I have no idea. Look at this shade. Maybe I'm gonna wear it one more time in fall and then declutter it, because it is an insane shade. I'm gonna keep these ones a bit more because I would like to use them at least one more time each, and then after that we will see in the next declutter. Lastly, we have lip glosses, and I have some miscellaneous items, and at the same time I have brow products, but I know for a fact that I'm not gonna declutter lashes. I'm not gonna declutter any of my brow products, so let's just talk about lip glosses and then we can end this video because it is already too long. And in this category as well, I don't think I'm gonna declutter anything because I love glosses right now. Very recently I purchased a bit too many shiny lip glosses, and I'm kind of forgetting that this is not my favorite type of formula, so that's not great. I bought the Bling Butter Gloss from NYX, and this one, let me tell you, it's too shimmery for me, but I don't want to declutter it because I just got it, and I think it is pretty unique, and I like applying it on top of a long-lasting lipstick, just a bit in the middle. That looks great. And I bought the Natasha Denona Glimmer Gloss. This is so stunning, and it is a plumping lip gloss. It is similar to the Maybelline one. in the idea, because the Maybelline one is a bit more shimmery. I'm gonna swatch actually all of those. So we have NYX in here, then Natasha Denona right here. As you can see, it's just this is the smallest shimmer. Is more like a glow, but it has some shimmers, but they are so tiny. And then we have the Maybelline one that is very, very similar to the NYX, but it has just less shimmers. If you can see, they have kind of the same color shimmers. It's a bit hard to see maybe on camera, but in here we have some pink, gold, orangey shimmers, and in here they are the same, but they are just few and far apart, and they are a bit smaller. So if you prefer something a bit more glittery, you would like the NYX one. If you prefer something a bit more natural, you would like the Maybelline one. I actually really, really like this Maybelline one. Then I have the L'Oreal one that is a category on its own. It's like a balm in a gloss format. It's so interesting in my opinion. The ABH one is a bit more like a classic gloss. Then the Nivea one, again another. If you want something a bit glowy but not a shimmer, this is my favorite one. And then I have the Dark Plum from NYX. This is lovely, my favorite plumping product. And then we have this one that it's a pigmented gloss. I love it, it's so stunning. It's more like a thicker formula. It is called Hybrid Lip Glaze, a very good name for it. And then we have the stick product. NYX is my favorite. Then this one is like a balm, so it's not similar to the other two. I don't know why I'm swatching everything apparently, but this is a very sheer formula. I actually am kind of impressed of this Catrice one. The packaging is not, it's a bit messy with the sticky parts, but it is a great product. It's very interesting. And then we have the Tarte one. So let's actually declutter this one, because like I said, it is a waste to have it in my collection when I have the NYX one that I enjoy way more, and I put a huge quantity in here. But this shade is just way better. The formula is way better, so I don't need the Tarte one. I just prefer the NYX one a million more times. So these are all the products that I decluttered. I think this is a good quantity, because we have one foundation, one concealer, 5 blushes actually, then we have 4 lip products in here. So that is great. These are products that I'm not using, not reaching for, and it is a waste to have them in my collection if I don't enjoy them. So if you like this video and you want to see more from me, please subscribe and give it a like, and I will see you next time.